Comes so much adversity and still be here, blessed, still standing, X-rated, the Lifers Group. Let's go.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Be wise.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Worldwide, I gotta tell you that I'm grateful every time I wake up in the morning, cause I'm faithful, believing in the Most High to get me through what I couldn't get through, even if I tried. The wars and the lies, fake smiles in disguise, but I recognize the blessings descended from the skies. Angels and demons in the midst of what applies. Family first, but that curse be on the side, cause family ain't family when that dirt be on your pride. But that thirst be that ego, won't let you put that aside. But that pride be that loaded, cocked and coated, gotta keep it from exploding, cause emojis ain't gon' help you.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Count my blessings.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Count my blessings.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Count my blessings.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
I did the best that I could on my journey from hoodlum to manhood. Following the footsteps, that was never good for my growth and development. I tried to prostrate and repent while escaping from the law. Hopped in the fence cause I stood on them corners, did illegal things, robbed anything, the cops intervened. Took my mug shot when I was only in my teens, man. I got caught cause I ain't do what I was taught. Prison guards escorted me back and forth to court, but I made it back with everything still intact. Architecturally designed and built, not to collapse under pressure is how real men should be measured. I'm blessed.
Waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Count my blessings.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Count my blessings.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Count my blessings.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Count my blessings.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Couldn't have done it without him. I used to be one who doubted him. I was lost until I found him. That was then and this is now, but today it seems kinda odd. I survived insurmountable tests and applied a valuable lesson, so I've been counting my blessings. But nonetheless, I use your discretion to dodge fakers and frauds, cause to me this is not a facade. I'm guessing, but I don't know all the questions and answers, so my confession is I've been taking suggestions through retrospect and reflection. I'm analyzing selections and choices I made. Standing ovation, round of applause. Hey, I kept the faith, but yet still I'm amazed at how the events have played themselves out. Could I hit the stage of my life and the way I prayed and all the decades I gave when I laid me down to sleep and I wake the next day. I sleep.
Yeah.
Yo.
That was nice. Definitely.
Hey, it's your boy Big Rap Man, PDX Radio.
Yeah, what's good?
Joined by the Lifers Group. What's going on, fam? How y'all doing today?
We good. We
good.
Praise be to Allah.
Yeah.
Yes, we good. Blessings.
So for those that don't know about the Lifers Group was created in the early 1990s by Maxwell Melvins and other incarcerated men at Rahway State Prison, and now East New Jersey State Prison in New Jersey. The group grew out of the juvenile awareness program designed to discourage young people from entering the criminal justice system. Their music provided firsthand accounts of incarceration, institutional violence, isolation, regret, survival, and loss of freedom. Man, welcome, fellas.
Yeah. Happy to be
What's
here.
going on? Yep.
Yeah. So you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Be wise. Life was
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, it's your boy Original.
Yeah.
Go by Picard the God, but on the Lifers Group, I'm 219625.
Come on.
That's my state number. That's what you're known for. Or that's your new name once you get incarcerated. My name was 219625.
Yeah, be
Basil,
wise.
you remember yours? You remember your name?
Yeah, I remember all my state. I remember all my numbers. I got a few of them. 20662. Yo, look. 20662. Rahway, right? Jersey State, right? Trenton, MCU, right?
Yeah.
20662. greatest Ford, right? Pennsylvania State Penitentiary, prison, right? M5471, right? Federal number, right?
Wow.
My federal number. Damn, what's my federal number? 19567
Come on.
050 050. Feds. You know what I mean? Look it up. All the way authentic. We ain't playing no games.
Come on. Now I gotta ask you,
Yeah.
before the Lifers Group became a part of your life, how did their story reach you?
I actually
To be honest,
did this. Hold up. I actually did the Scared Straight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I actually went on a Scared Straight program right when I was a kid, like right before I got certified as an adult.
I
That was my
I
first
saw the
introduction
news
to 'em.
Kipling. I saw the news Kipling on Channel 5 where they were talking about, the whole Lifers Group thing. And I just thought I would never get there. And that'd be something I would never experience. I was about like 6 or that. It was on the news. It was talking about the Lifers Groups and the program, kind of introducing it to the world around that time. So,
Yeah.
Now back then, when you guys first approached like with the original members and everything, what did they need to see from you before they trusted you with their name and their music?
Well, like I said, right? Amazing G, and
but I think I think what qualified us was being in there and being young. Because I remember when they first approached me, I had just got there, but I used to I was into hip hop. I'd be walking around with my headphones around the yard all the time, and that's one of the things that Max said. That's why he put up on me. Like, yo, we're doing this album, we're connected with this label. Blah, blah, blah. It was like, I need you to come upstairs and to this track, and da-da-da. And that's how I got started, introduced to the Lifers Group. Approaching me, you see me, I got a headphone on, and I'm bobbing my head, looking like I was rhyming.
Yeah, I told you.
That's how I got introduced to them.
Mine was a little different. You know what I mean? Mine came from a challenge from G. You know what I mean? G had told me what the idea was and what they was approaching the Lifers Group with. I was a part of the Lifers Group because I had 20 years. So I was a part of the Lifers Group, you know what I mean, officially. But I wasn't into like rapping or nothing like that there. I wasn't into none of that. You know what I mean? So a G had approached me with that. And then like I said, it became a challenge. Like, because they had the talent show. They had the talent show, the talent scout with Hollywood Basics record label coming down trying to see who can be the best rappers that they can pick from out of the Rahway situation and then go from there. Yeah.
Okay. Now
that's what they had too. They had
I can't. Original, you going in and out. You going in and out.
Car, you going in and out, Cuddy. Oh, he cut out on us.
Now he gonna come back. He probably got to straighten something out. But but what he was saying was like, like I said, they had like G and them. I was a little older than G and them, right? In the Ridge, I was older. I'm older than the Ridge. I'm older than G. I'm a little older than them by a couple years. You know what I mean? But like I said, I wasn't into the raps thing, right? I wasn't into that. Like I was, on straight G time. You know what I mean? So I wasn't. Y'all, them niggas was rapping about me. You know what I mean? So I was holding it like that. But then he told me like what it was about, like what the intentions was for rapping, for talking to our peers. Because like I said, they was our peers at the time. It wasn't the youth, because we was young. You know what I mean? I had all kinds of armed robbery and gun charges. You know what I mean? So we was young, right? So we talking to our peers. So when he told me like the intent and the idea behind it, because like I said, I clowned on on the talent show. I clowned. I was clowning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little rhyme I said, I was clowning, but they liked it. So because they liked it, they was like, yo, keep it gritty like that. And you know what I mean? Just tell your story, just tell the truth. So I was like, all right, y'all got that. You know what I mean? So and if I'm gonna keep it real, all of them, Picard, right? G, L, Chuck, all of them like helped me. Lottie, all of them kind of like helped me develop my style.
Yeah.
And it was a style that I didn't even know that I had. You feel me? I didn't even know I had it. And it was all of them who kind of brought it out me.
Now,
and so that's how,
Now, when you first joined the Lifers Group, what was the situation like for you? Like, were you approached by somebody, or was it just because you were just around that around people around that time? You know what I'm saying? That you just kind of naturally joined the Lifers Group.
Yeah, because it was kind of like you're gonna gravitate who you can relate to. You know what I'm saying? Period. Right? You're gonna gravitate who you can relate to. If you can't relate to nobody, then you're gonna be by yourself. You're gonna be to yourself, right? Yeah. So the Lifers Group, I had 20 years. You had to have 20 years to be in the Lifers Group. So it was like, and the program kind of helped you focus on more positive things instead of just doing time. Because you got some dudes that just do time, right? And then you got some dudes that make the time, they make the time work for them. You know what I mean? They go to school, they read, they study, you know what I mean? They develop themselves physically. You know what I'm saying? They make the time work for them. So that's kind of what the Lifers Group was about.
Okay. Now, what about you, Picard?
Oh, basically the same. It was basically the same for me. I told you I got there 18 years old. Kind of myself into music, always freestyling. Max told me they had a project, they were in connection to some label, and that he was locked up for so long that he liked it hip hop, but he knew nothing about the genre, and he felt that I could go and connect it. And then boom, I started. I went up there, he played the beat for me, boom, and that's how I became a part of them. It was because of my youth and just me walking around, keeping to myself in a headphone, and he felt that I'd be in tune with hip hop. I think hip hop kind of was just 10 years in. It kind of the genre was still new.
Yeah.
Now, when you guys revived the group, was there anyone who initially wanted no part of bringing the group back?
No, not initially. No.
Say that.
I was asking.
He said when we came back together, was it anybody who didn't want to be a part of what was going on, basically?
No, but I do remember, Basil, you remember like when the original members, me, you, Halim, LG. I remember when we first got it, people was kind of like making fun and didn't think that it was going to happen. I ran into stuff like that.
But that was outside. That was
that was like outside, group, but within us, it was nothing. But I know outside in the jail, the rest of the inmates didn't really think that it was going to go down. The whole, video, music, album, nah. So they thought we were tripping for even wanting to be down and making this album. They didn't think it was going to happen.
Yeah. Now, my next question for you guys, for the younger listeners who may only understand prison rap as a genre, what was the Lifers Group originally created to accomplish?
Get across to these youth, connect with these young kids, and teach them about the harsh realities of prison life, about the choices that you make and the repercussion of those choices, and that you can end up behind the wall. And these are some of the things that you're going to go through when you're behind the wall. So it was kind of like learn from the expense of our sorrow, which is one of their mottos. Kind of learn from our mistakes, learn from the things that we did that put us in this position so that you don't end up here.
Yeah.
What you were going to be about to say, Basil?
Nah, basically you said it, you know what I mean? But, you know, because that's what it was. But it's not. See, this is the thing. It's not prison rap.
Yeah.
It's reality rap.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Because it comes from the streets to the prison. Because if you in the streets, you ain't got but two things that's gonna happen. Either you gonna go to prison or you gonna get killed.
Yeah.
If you
Oh.
play in
One
the
or the other.
streets, you ain't got but those two. So it's not just prison rap. Yeah, we talk about, yeah, this is what happens in the prison when you go through this or when you do that. Yeah, when you in the prison. Yeah, but when we talk, we also talk about what brings you to the prison. This is the life we live because of the life we chose.
Yeah.
On the streets before we got to the prison. You know what I mean? We just got caught up and ended up in prison, right? And then we got out, and then we went back, and then we got out again. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that doesn't always happen with every individual. Some people get killed. Some people get killed in prison, or they lose their mind in prison, or they kill themselves in prison. There's many ways to die.
There's a lot.
Like
You're
say,
right.
You know what I mean? Like they say 6 million ways to die, choose one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you
There's
go
many
in, you're
different
right.
ways.
It ain't no guarantee you're coming home.
Yeah.
Now,
Or come home the same way. You could go in one way and come out a different way.
Yeah.
big facts. Now, let me ask you guys, what could hip hop communicate to the young people that a speech, a classroom program, or a documentary could not?
That
Because
we're them.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
We're
Right there.
them. Yeah, because what it does is it connects us to the fans. It connects us to the people and let them know that we're them. We're one of them. You know what I mean? We're from that community. We are a part of that community. We're not separate from them. The mistakes that we made that landed us in the positions that we are, they could easily make it if they don't take heed and start, doing what's right and being careful about your actions.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why sometimes I call my stuff prison reform flow.
Yeah. It's like this. It's like this, right? It's like this. You got a teacher or you got a professor or you got, you know what I'm saying, an influencer or whatever, right? They trying to relate to the youth, you know what I mean, or their peers or whatever in the language that they can relate to them too. Okay. But in the actuality, the ones that made a difference was the ones who was actually in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for example, all right, let's do some backstory, right? Let's do some backstory, right? What was I in there for? I was in there for armed robbery. I was in there for guns. Where did I come from? I came from a gang culture. I had status, you know what I mean, on the streets. I come from a gang culture. I come from Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Born and bred, right? So, you know what I mean? I'm talking about, like, you know what I mean, old black mafia days, junior black mafia days, Cruz days. You understand what I'm talking about? So now here I'm talking to you and I'm telling you, I understand how you feel. I used to run the young boys from my gang, right? Yeah, I understand that. Okay, I'm gang too, right? Used to be gang too. Understand it. All right, I don't know how many times I caused chaos in society where the police were trying to find me or look for me and they don't know who they was looking for.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm talking about? And they know who they was looking for, right? So I'm talking to you from a point of experience of being you, but older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
Now, when the surviving members describe making those original records inside of Rahway, what details about the process still stop you in your tracks?
What you mean? I don't understand the question.
Like, what did you guys have to overcome just to get your voices recorded?
Oh.
I think like Bacard has said in the beginning, from the haters, you know what I mean? In the beginning, the haters that didn't know or didn't think that we was going to be able to do it or didn't understand what we was going to talk about or how we was going to talk about it. Like, it's a song, I had a single on the album, The Real Deal, called Out of Sight, Out of Mind.
Yeah.
Right? Out of sight, out of mind. And like I said, you know, you got to understand, like we come from the mud. You know what I mean? We come from the mud, right? we come from the trenches. You understand what I'm talking about? We come from the trenches. Picard and all of them, like I said, they helped me. I got a single. That was a blessing. I got a single on an album. And they never rapped before. But I got a single on the album.
My first rap was on that. The first rhyme I wrote was with the Lifers Group.
Come on.
Yeah. When they seen what we said, and how we said it, then they start respecting us.
Yep.
They start respecting us. In the jail, we jailhouse celebrities.
Yeah, we was going through a little bit of obstacles, like I said. A lot of people didn't think. In that place, man, it's such a tomb. It's such like you in a tomb, and it's so dark that I don't even think that the inmates, the rest of the people saw that light. They didn't see nothing like that coming through such a dark place. You get my point? You guys about to get a little bit of light to send a message? Are you guys crazy? They thought it was a joke, but it came together, man. So that's really what it was, like Bazel was just saying. But sometimes when you trapped in a dark place like that, people can't even see no type of light entering that place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, in 1992, the Lifers Group received a Grammy nomination while its members remained incarcerated and unable to participate normally in that moment. Did that nomination feel like recognition or exploitation?
No, it was definitely recognition. It was definitely recognition. Because
I felt recognized.
Madonna back then was like Beyonce now.
Yeah. She was the Beyonce. I mean?
So it ain't like we just got beat by anybody. You know, take Madonna out the equation, we probably would have had the Grammy.
Yeah, it was Madonna. We was up against Madonna, Billy Idol, Sinead O'Connor. They had us against a nice lineup.
Yeah,
them classic names.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was classic names. We was up against some big dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's right.
But it was a sign of the times. I wasn't surprised that Madonna won with Deep Throat in a Coke bottle. It kind of showed. Think about that. Because at the time in that tape, that was the buzz and the fuss around that whole Madonna tape. She was on tour with her team and she deep throated a Coke bottle, and they made such a big deal about her deep throating and shoving this Coke bottle halfway down her throat, as opposed to a group of guys who went through true life experiences and had a message out there they could direct to the youth and possibly have an impact. But she won. So that kind of tells you the mind state of society at the time.
Yeah.
But let's bring it up to date. Let's bring it up to date. If we was talking about killing our youth, but we was propagating, you know what I mean, the gang culture, and no disrespect to the gang culture or whatever, right? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Just saying that if we was promoting that type of information, you know what I'm saying, then we probably be out. We probably wouldn't even have time for this interview right now. We'd probably be so busy.
We still popular off that.
Yeah, but because we not talking about that, because we not glorifying that, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, should we play them or should we not play them? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't we heard more? You know what I mean? When we talking about saving a whole generation of youth. We talking about saving a whole generation from going through what we went through and ending up in the places that we ended up in. Because everybody, like Picard was saying earlier, everybody can't survive. Everybody is not going to survive. I was listening when I was in the feds. They put me right on 24 and lock. I ain't had no 24 and 1. I had 24 and lock for 2 years. That's illegal, man. For 2 years, they blacked my windows out. I couldn't see outside. I couldn't see out on the tier. They blacked my windows out for 2 years, 24 and lock. I had a shower inside the cell. They used to bring me out for rec 2 o'clock in the morning so I wouldn't have no human contact. I ain't even know where I was at. My wife knew where I was at before I did. I ain't know where I was at. You understand what I'm talking about? Everybody not gonna survive, man.
No, it's not gonna be able to make it out of that.
You know what I mean? So why
you gotta have a strong spirit.
Yeah. So why test yourself? Why put yourself through that? Why allow yourself? Then you got to understand something. What something had to happen to Picard, to all the Lifers Group rappers. Something had to happen in their mind mentally, right? That clicked, that took that sheet from over their eyes, that wool from over their eyes, to make them really see the reality of what society think of you and look at you, you know what I mean, in this day and time, in this state of mind.
Yeah.
You're looked at as an animal. You locked in a cage. You can't be trusted to be out in free society. That's the reality of what you're looked at. When you move, you got to be black boxed. You got to be handcuffed. You got to be shackled.
Yep, like you're a savage animal.
Yeah. You an animal.
You have to watch everything you do.
Put him in a cage. He can't shower now. Shower is in 1 hour. It's child time. Here, eat. Shove your food under the door. You know what I mean? You got, once you realize what this is real, that's what it really is.
Yeah.
That's how they really looking at you. That's who you really are. Then you be like, oh, hold up, that ain't me. Nigga, I got some sense.
Man.
Nigga, I got some intelligence. I can articulate myself. What are you talking about?
I can stand up.
I'm a human being. Yeah, I can stand straight, firm, 10 toes down. I'm solid. What are you saying? Are you saying I'm an animal? You saying I need to be caged? No. So then you realize, okay, I got to make a change.
Yeah.
This can't be me. This can't be me. And that's where it all started at.
Yeah.
That's where it all started.
Yeah, you kind of got to grow into what I was telling you earlier about, grow to a state where you start getting embarrassed by doings and putting yourself in those type of predicaments. You're right. You start growing up and start maturing and wising up as a person and be like, yeah, I got to start changing and doing a 360. And that's what the Lifers Group is hoping through this music they could connect with the youth of today. It's that they can see us in them. You know what I mean? Because we see them in us.
Yeah.
How we used to, we like you Basel was just saying, he came from that culture.
Yeah.
The street culture, the gang culture. You know what I mean? So he see you in him. You know what I mean? So to prevent you from getting yourself in a position or in a situation where you behind that wall and possibly never come out, you know what I mean? We share music with y'all and our life experiences.
So now that you guys are not incarcerated anymore, what's been new with the Lifers Group? What have you guys been up to these days?
What you hearing now?
Yeah.
What you hearing
going
now?
to schools.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple schools. I've been we did one joint at TED College. Just still staying in touch with the community and still spreading that main basic message. Learn from the expense of our sorrow. You know what I mean? And see if we can get the Lifers Group and elevate it and put it at least in the place that it was when we first came out.
Yeah.
You know this.
And try to get this a little bit more popular amongst the youth.
You know, this thing ain't just about the youth. You know what I'm saying? We emphasize the youth because the youth is our future, right? But it ain't just about the youth, and it's about the youth in specific, but it's about society in general.
Yeah.
You understand? It's about society in general, right? The parents need to be parents.
Come on.
The parents need to parent. You know what I mean? This ain't about being a best friend to your son or your daughter. It's about parenting your son and your daughter. You know what I mean? So it's about the youth in specific, because they are future. Let's teach them right now so they know how to act tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Right? But it's about society in general, man.
Yep, to grasp onto this message and pass it on. He right. It's the older folks too. It's those who know better to teach the youth so that they can know better too. He is 100% right.
Facts. Big facts. Now, what larger story connects with the state number prison life and Count My Blessings? Are these individual releases or chapters in one bigger statement?
That's chapters in one bigger statement. It's an album theory.
Yeah, it is chapters.
Now, now Count My Blessings, that's a song with X-Rated, right?
Yeah, my man X-Rated. Good brother.
Peace to X-Rated. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to him.
X-Rated. You did your
That brother
thing. You
did
did your thing.
26 years. He did his thing. Yes.
Now, me being from Northern California, I grew up listening to X-Rated, Brother Lynch, Hung.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mac Dre, things like that.
Yep.
How did you guys end up getting X-Rated on a track with you guys?
That's Ralph doing.
Yeah, that was through Ralph. Ralph had reached out and connected with him, and he said he was glad to do it. So that was we really appreciated that. He said he had no problem with that. So that's Ralph's work.
Ralph.
Yeah, shout out to Ralph. Ralph reached out to him because of the jail connection. You know, it's kind of the experiences are similar.
Yeah.
So the message is the same. So, you know, and plus anyway, I'm a fan of X-Rated too. So
come on.
Yeah.
So it was really was like it was a marriage that was meant to happen.
Yeah. Now, are you guys working on any current projects?
Yes.
We working on our
Lifers Group, just putting out more singles, working on putting out this album and just other stuff like that, and just going out there in the community and still talking to these babies. I got some school engagement setups to go out and talk. Me and my man Nucci Rayo, we got this thing set up where we're going to be going out across Jersey and be going to schools, performing and talking to these babies.
Now, Be Wise, I got a question for you. This is for you first, and then Picard, you can answer next. If you could give your younger self, any kind of advice, what kind of advice would you give your younger self?
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself. See, you got to understand something, right? You know, a lot of people, they say, you know, if I knew what I knew then, what I know now, you know, I wouldn't have did this or I wouldn't have did that, right? But you didn't know that. You didn't know that then. That's the whole point. You didn't know that then. You didn't know the consequences then. You didn't know. And then if you did, you took those chances anyway. You understand what I'm talking about? So you did that to learn what you know now. So now that you got it, when you know better, you do better. Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
But I'd have never met the Lifers Group had I not got locked up in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And did what I did and got locked up in Jersey. I'd have never met the Lifers Group. You see what I'm saying? So everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. But you gotta go through those. You gotta go through those processes. You gotta go through those processes. Like you can't, for example, you can't tell a kid that lives in the projects, right? He live in the projects. He in a one-parent home. Only one there is his mother. Now his father nowhere around. You can't tell him, give me that gun, right? Because you might take that gun away from him, and that's his only source of protection. Right.
Yeah.
That's his only source of protection. So now you turn around, this kid get gunned down or something happens. It's a tragedy. It's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. Yeah. Right. So it is you in a double-edged sword either way. But you got to put the information out there so choices can be made, because we live the life we live from the life we choose.
One of the messages that I would tell my younger self is, do not be afraid to say no. Because I think that was part of my issue, the whole peer pressure thing. I was caught up in the thing where I felt like I had to please my friends. Like, because they were my friends, I couldn't say no to them. I don't know if you guys get that. And I'm sure a lot of young kids go through that. Just because someone is your friend, you feel like you're obligated to say yes to them. If they ask you to go do robberies or whatever we're up to, I'm going to be down with it because these are my boys and these are my friends. So one of the things I would tell my younger self is not to be afraid to say no and work on strengthening my nose.
Come on.
Yeah, say work on strengthening the nose.
Yeah, work on strengthening the nose. Because a lot of times when you're young, you think listen, if I say no, I'm gonna lose this friendship. You actually thinking about I'm gonna lose these bonds and these people in my life.
Yeah. When
really at the end of the day, it really does not matter. You're not losing nothing. The only thing you're really losing is your freedom.
But you know what though? It's funny. It's funny because you'll never know what ease is if you don't know what hardship is.
You
know what I'm saying? And you never know what struggle is if you don't know what ease is. So it's like I said, it's a double-edged sword. It's like, you said no. So now your path changed. You said no, but now your path changed. You went into something else. You went a different direction. So you didn't learn what you was going to learn had you not said no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword. So, you know, it's crazy. But the main thing is that the fact that you didn't say no, so that you can tell the youth, yeah, say no. I'm telling you, already been there. This is where that's gonna take you.
You know what happened, Barcel? I found my purpose by not saying no.
Come on.
You kind of understand? Through life struggles, it taught me what my purpose is, which is what we doing here, which is sharing with the rest of the world your plights and your experiences, so that they can gain something from it. And you know what I mean? That's what people's purpose is.
And that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make right there. What he's just said. That right there. Because
that's our
he
purpose.
didn't say no. This is what he learned from that not saying no.
Yeah.
And so he can tell you now to say no, because he already can explain what the consequences is from not saying no.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now,
so it becomes your purpose. Like I said, it becomes kind of purpose, and you know what I mean? To be a guider, a counselor, especially for those who came before us.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Now, let me ask you guys, when hip hop history tells the story about the Lifers Group 20 years from now, what should they say about these men?
That we tried to make a difference.
Come on.
A positive difference, man. That's it. In short, we try to make a positive difference, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, under the umbrellas of different beliefs and so on and so forth, we try to make a difference, man.
Yeah, and bring just straight truth and facts, and in hopes that they embrace it. But that's what the Lifers Group is. Yeah, dealing with straight facts.
Come on. Now, you guys have that song, Count My Blessings. I definitely want to show the video.
Yeah.
Definitely want to show the video for that. You guys want to go ahead and introduce this real quick?
Yeah, Count My Blessings. A lot of Lifers Group official, Lifers Group rappers. You know what I mean? Count my blessings. Understand the message inside.
Yeah, please support. New video, Lifers Group, featuring my brother, X-Rated. Count My Blessings.
X-Rated.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it.
It's so amazing.
So amazing.
Yes, it is.
Overcome so much adversity.
DJ Rappy on the beat.
And still be here. Blessed. Still standing. X-Rated. The Lifers Group. Let's go.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Just waking up in the morning, God. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Be wise.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
I count my blessings. Worldwide, I gotta tell you that I'm grateful. Every time I wake up in the morning, cause I'm faithful, believing in the Most High to get me through what I couldn't get through, even if I tried. The wars and the lies, fake smiles in disguise, but I recognize the blessings descended from the skies. Angels and demons in the midst of what applies. Family first, but that curse be on the side. Cause family ain't family when that dirt be on your pride. But that thirst be that ego, won't let you put that aside. But that ride be that loaded, cocked and coated. Gotta keep it from exploding, cause emojis ain't gon' help you.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
I did the best that I could on my journey from hoodlum to manhood. Following the footsteps, that was never good for my growth and development. I tried to prostrate and repent while escaping from the law. Hopped in the fence cause I stood on them corners, did illegal things, robbed anything, the cops intervened. Took my mug shot when I was only in my teens, man. I got caught cause I ain't do what I was taught. Prison guards escorted me back and forth to court, but I made it back with everything still intact. Architecturally designed and built, not to collapse under pressure is how real men should be measured. I'm blessed.
Waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. Couldn't have done it without him. I used to be one who doubted him. I was lost until I found him. That was then and this is now, but today it seems kinda odd. I survived insurmountable tests and applied invaluable lessons, so I've been counting my blessings. Surprise, but nonetheless, I advise use your discretion to dodge fakers and frauds, cause to me this is not a facade. Nah, I'm guessing, but I don't know all the questions and answers, so my confession is I've been taking suggestions through retrospect and reflection. I'm analyzing selections and choices I made. Standing ovation, round of applause. Hey, I kept the faith, but yet still I'm amazed at how the events have played themselves out. Could I hit the stage of my life and the way I prayed and all the decades I gave? When I lay me down to sleep and now I wake the next day, I'll say I'm
just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
I count my blessings. I ain't stretching my arms to guards behind walls or stashing shanks in the stalls. Blessings get sabotaged, like your faith's the left catching a charge. We so mentally behind bars, we should start getting tats on our foreheads to prison yards. Morally, y'all, I feel like Elon. So if God is reaching for common sense, then all praises due to him. I'm making better choices, avoiding the pen. Now I only stare at cells through a microscopic lens. If the streets were teeth, they'd be decayed, hitting the grill grin, real grin, real grin, real grin, real grin, real grin.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I count my blessings.
Yeah, I like that. I like that right there. I like that.
Yeah.
It was nice.
That was definitely nice.
Yeah, that was nice. I like that. Now, I gotta ask y'all, what made X-Rated the perfect candidate for this song?
Because of his background.
Yeah. Now one, he right. One, he can spit.
Yeah.
Two, he shared the similar experiences. X has been in for 26 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time, bro. So he knows about the whole prison experience and sharing his life experiences with the youth and things of that nature. It's the whole getting incarcerated aspect and sharing your story. I felt, I'm sure Ralph did too. X was the perfect candidate to do a track with the Lifers Group. Similar backgrounds.
Do you guys got a new single you guys are working on or a new album?
Yeah, we got a couple new tracks we did.
And,
yeah.
What's the title?
Got a new album coming out. We got Nostalgia coming out. You know what I mean? Gonna be a part of the album.
Okay.
We got Take No Prisoners. The album gonna be named Take No Prisoners.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
we did a couple. We just been knocking tracks out. We did tracks with my man Chops from Newark. That's another artist, and my man from Queens. What's my name? Okay, yeah.
Tone from Lifers Group.
Yeah, we did a track with Tone. We did a track with a couple artists, some joints for this Lifers Group album. But it's all in essence the same thing. We got this positive message, hopefully to connect with the youths of this day and age, to get them to hopefully, if not a 360, 180, listening to the Lifers Group.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You guys got anybody you guys want to shout out?
Shout out to the whole Lifers Group official. Shout outs to Ralph for bringing us back together.
Same thing. Shout out to the whole everybody involved.
Shout outs. Yeah. Right.
Well, shout out to you, brother, for taking the time out for this interview.
That's right. That's right.
I want to shout you out, bro. You, your station, you Lifers Group definitely appreciate the love, man.
PDX Radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
Ralph,
we
everybody
definitely-
involved, man, because they could be doing anything else. They don't have to put time towards what we're doing. So,
Yeah.
and it's greatly appreciated. Yeah, brothers could be doing anything else, man. They're
I'm
investing
definitely-
time into the Lifers Group, the projects, and it's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I'm definitely adding count my blessings to the station. That's definitely going on the station. I like that.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
You know, I'm gonna spend pretty much a good part of my day going through y'all catalog and just
Okay.
seeing what I like, what I can throw on there. Cause I got different kinds of playlists for everything, man. I got playlists for
Listen. You know, one time I met Professor Griff. He was like, "Yo, bro, I keep y'all had y'all stuff playing in my studio right there on the television." So I just think like, a lot of these old school countdown shows, they need to incorporate the Lifers Group in there on the countdown. Yeah, go through the catalog. I'm sure you're gonna find something on there you like, and make it part of the new joints. Throw it in the countdown or the old school playlist.
Y'all definitely
Lifers need to be on there.
Y'all definitely
Next to DOS Effects and EP&D.
Radio home. So y'all
Yeah.
a radio home for life now. We got
Definitely.
We got the Lifers for life, man. Again, man, my name is Big Rap. That's B-Wise.
Big Rap.
Right way. That's B-Wise.
It's your boy Original, aka Picard the God, 219-625.
Come on.
Don't
man.
get a number.
Get it.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
get it.
Until next time, I love y'all. Hey, man, we out this
Same
thing.
here, bro. Peace.
Yeah, y'all be good.
Stay positive. Peace.
Let's go.